What would be some of the benefits of a no vote on home rule in Sedona this summer? Well, for starters, with council and staff no longer able to spend infinite amounts of money on whatever they wanted, we could expect to see our taxes come down in pretty short order. Sedona could probably stand to cut a full % off both the sales and the bed tax. And that not only puts money back in all of our pockets, it disproportionately benefits our small businesses, who find it very difficult to do business in Sedona. There's people who walk into the shops here often and say they can't do the sale, they can't afford the city's 10.5% sales tax. And that has ripple effects all down the line for businesses. Then too, the city's easy spending habits have allowed it to create a red tape bureaucracy that makes it even more difficult for businesses to do business. Sedona's not a business-friendly town. Now, if home rule were out of the picture, businesses could also do their own marketing again, since the city wouldn't be spending millions to promote tourism, when what it's actually doing is just trying to drive customers away from Sedona, further harming businesses. Probably the biggest immediate practical benefit of a no on home rule is that without this giant bureaucracy that it's built up, couldn't fund it anymore, the city wouldn't have a community development staff to spy on us, and so they wouldn't be able to enforce their land and building codes, which means these codes would probably have to be repealed in large part, and we could actually get some housing built again. Real housing, houses, not apartments, for workers, not real estate investors. Then too, if the city didn't have millions to just do whatever it wanted with, there'd be an end to this program to send the money across the road to the failing Sedona Oak Creek School District, one of the worst performing districts in the state. And that in turn would probably lead to the closure of the district in a few years without these subsidies and handouts. That would create a vacuum in which there could be an explosion of small private schools, genuinely diverse, innovative education in Sedona. Diversity of education, housing availability, and economic opportunity. Families and young people would come back to Sedona. There'd be things for them to do. And once they were here, they'd be the creators and the innovators who would revive Sedona's arts scene. They'd all be involved in the arts, and one day, we'd fill this bowl with locals again, not tourists or out-of-towners. What are some of the other benefits we can enjoy? We won't see tourists being driven around town in luxury shuttles on our dime anymore. We won't see city staff being paid to go to Paris and Brussels. And we won't see the red rocks blown up for overdevelopment or 45 people being paid $100,000 salaries, again, out of our pockets. But the biggest benefit we stand to gain with a no vote on home rule is the revival of the democratic process in Sedona. We the people are going to have to keep a much closer eye on city council and staff to make sure the budget is lean and that it's being spent on what we want, not on what they want. This is a time of great opportunity in our town. We have so much potential, and we have the skills to meet the challenges. The only thing standing in our way is Sedona's big city, bloated bureaucracy, and government. So on July 21st, join us at the polls to vote no on home rule, so we can make Sedona a democracy rather than a bureaucracy again, and a place where we create the opportunity for people to have opportunity.